Hello, hi, good evening everyone. I don't know if it's still raining outside, but I'm thankful that everyone's still here. Thank you to Mo Engage team for inviting me. I'm from Smart, but I'm here to share you, so similar to what Sheila shared, was the growth story, right? And this is the story of GigaLife App. It's about engagement. And how we designed it. I'm a designer by trade, meaning I've done websites designed for UX in my career. And this is sort of how GigaLife came about, and I wanted to tell you that story. So engagement in digital is important because digital means growth, right? Smart, as you know, is a traditional telco. I actually want to ask, who here is a Smart subscriber? Can I get a raise of hand? Okay, half, maybe less. Keep raising your hand if you know GigaLife app and if you use it. Oh, I'm not bad. Thank you. Thank you for using it. So the story I'm going to show you is our thought process on how we created the app and how we approached this challenge of engagement. Okay, yeah. So in this challenge, what we did was to come up with a framework. And this is what I'm going to share with you. This is what we call discover, buy, and stay, right? So GigaLife was born, it was in 2019, 2020. Our digital was not really that strong. Smart's digital was not that strong. So we wanted to find out what we can do for this kind of strategy in growing our digital. But a little bit of background, some context, so the half of you that don't know who Smart is. Smart is the mobile telco of the bigger conglomerate, the biggest telco, PLDT. And my boss here, Mr. Alex Kaig, hello. And we're the largest converged telco. And majority, if you don't know, are prepaid subscribers. I just made an estimation of how much prepaid is, the green part of Smart. And that was the target audience that we were trying to get, right? So GigaLife wanted to reach these prepaid people. And prepaid, you may know, is majority, they need to top up or buy prepaid load. The norm of prepaid subscribers, as some of you may know, is to load up or top up an airtime, what they call airtime load, and then convert that airtime load into something that you will use, right? Be it a data promo or a call and text, right here. So the biggest data promo we had at that time was called Giga Video. This was in 2018, 2019. And it's so successful that it actually spawned out a lot of different products like Giga Stories, which is your FB, IG, and Giga Games, which does ML and other games, right? And I guess you're wondering why we called ourselves GigaLife was because of this, right? It was just made sense that, Giga Video, Giga Stories, Giga Games, GigaLife, where you have access to your passion. What we called your passion is, I want to watch videos, I want to play games, I want to share my stories. But these, back in 2019, 2020, early 2020, the way our subscribers do their top up was through sari-sari stores, right? So they go to the store and say, Ale, pwede naman pa-top up. Oh, 20 pesos. Oh, sige, bayaran kita, bigyan ka na ng 25. Dagdagan mo na lang. So they would add, no? And then they would convert their top-up to buy that data promo on a platform we call USSD, which is traditional. You dial *123# right? And this is how it looks, no? You can actually access it via a smartphone, but usually it's done by a traditional feature phone. So it's accessible to anyone, right? So I dial 123, it has to load, and I will see my balance, and I will see all my things that I can sell. I mean, smart sales to the subscriber, or I can subscribe to. For example, I want only data, and I will say, okay, reply with 1, and it'll tell me what that data pack is, right? And I can subscribe. If I have top-up or airtime, then I can buy. If I don't, then it'll come up with an error. So this is what our competitor was. Being digital, being tasked to do an app, this was the first thing that we had to answer. How can we get people who are so familiar with this to move to something unfamiliar, something that needs data, something that's it's not as easy, maybe, but also not as ugly, right? So we look back at our subscribers and say, okay, what do you want? No, we really wanted to check our balance. Every time I go to the USSD, I just want to check, nanakaw ba yung load ko? Or how much usage do I have left? I can't actually see that in the USSD, right? Load meaning my data gigs, right? And I want to obviously buy data promos. But what was critical to our growth as Smart is to have them actually buy airtime load, which you can't do on your USSD. As you know, as I said, you have to go to the sari-sari stores to do that and pay your postpaid bill, right? You can't do that through the USSD as well. So these were the things, these were our mandate to ourselves, and based on what the users asked us, to what we need to design the app to be, right? So that's where we started. GigaLife App was born in May 2020. It was your access to your stories, your passions. So we had all of these logos of the video, Giga Stories, Giga Games, and this was just your access to your passions in just one tap. That was our mantra. The customers are always our starting point. So we wanted to empower them by creating the app as the easiest way to get to their promos, right? So it was all in the card. We designed the GigaLife app so that it's easy, right? It's very simple, straightforward. Again, we're fighting against the USSD. You have your pay your bill. You can add load in the card. You can see your balance. That's what they wanted. You can see your usage. You wanted to see what your promo you're on. And you can see your usage as well and check your subscription and renew your subscription right there and then. And it's not just for Smart. It was for TNT, Smart Bro, Smart Signature, and also now for PLDT Prepaid Home Wi-Fi, which is Smart Bro Home Wi-Fi, right? We designed it to be simple, so you can check your balance again. Check your usage at a glance, and you see your balance. If you're subscribed to shareable data, you'll be able to see a simple chart that actually shows you how much data you have left. We made it easy. So this was a design rule that we kept. Make it simple. You only have to show 4 buttons at your UI. And so that the decision-making process is very straightforward. We wanted to be convenient. So if you had, and there are a lot of these subscribers that have multiple accounts, right? I'm the manager of my family. I give my daughter a prepaid SIM. I give my wife a postpaid account. So I can all add it all in a convenient manner via the accounts panel. And actually, how do we do it? you actually just swipe, right? Swipe. I can see my different accounts. Swipe. And you can add Smart and TNT. At this time, we hadn't added PLDT yet, but if you go back there now, you can add PLDT prepaid home Wi-Fi, right? So it's fun. When we designed this, you can feel it actually. If you have haptic feedback on your phone activated, you can feel the scroll. Yeah, so it's very nice to use. And one thing that we wanted to really go back at, and I think is very unique to GigaLife, is the no login required. Because we're, again, competing against the USSD. You didn't need to log into the USSD, right? So what we did was, we detected your mobile number, no login required, and then it will launch and show you your balance, and you'll be able to subscribe to it. No login. Of course, we want you to log in because we want to get your usage and track your information on how you subscribe. But because we have the users at the center, this was a very much needed feature of the app, right? So we were intentional and repetitive with our below-the-line communications. Because if you subscribe to USSD, we will push you an SMS message. And that's actually the unique thing about Smart. We can really send you directly, right? Because we have your number, right? So every time you subscribe to USSD, hey, why aren't you using the GigaLife app? It's there, it's easier. Your mom deserves endless connection. Why don't you buy a Magic Data? You can only get that from the GigaLife app. And we've also done a lot of comparisons on our old technologies, saying that the keywords are outdated, USSD is so hard to use. Why don't you upgrade to the GigaLife app? Because if you build it, they don't really come. You have to tell them about it. And we told them in a big way. Who knows the actress here? Raise your hand. Are you a fan of the couple? This was before the couple was a couple. And you'll see that we predicted it. GigaLife predicted that they were going to be a couple. Or Smart did. So you can see that, again, we're anchoring our advertising on our passions, right? Giga Video, Giga Stories, Giga Games, and back then we had Giga Work, which really sort of brought to life GigaLife, right? Access to all of their passions in just one tap. That was what SYJ is saying, right? And the one calling was the other guy. I'll thank you. Okay, again. You'll hear that Simple Smart ako across the my slides because it was our sort of tagline as we went along, no? And yes, we did grow, right? SYJ came out 2020 in September, and you can see the chart, right? This is public data on Data AI or App Annie. See how high we grew, no? It was a 2-3 month thing, go by millions, right? This is our monthly active users. So, but we didn't forget about our users. We wanted to check in. Did they like what we were doing? I think feedback was good. Back then, it was 4.0, and App Store, it was 3, right? Maybe we had issues with iOS back then, but this helped us sort of steer us for the next couple of months to what we're going to do next. So I go back to the framework, discover. We wanted to have exclusive offers only on the app. Offers meaning the data packs that you subscribe to. And that's how we engage them, right? First, we did a build your own Giga. It was really targeted to a specific segment of very high data user that are very familiar with our products, right? but they want to customize it. I want my video, I want my games, I want my stories all in one. So we launched it. Then we had the partnership with Apple Music, and they gave us 6 months free if you were on the GigaLife app. And I like this ad because look how sleek my app looks here. But Apple told us that, oh, stop the campaign. We're getting too much installs. Please slow down. So, but it was a very good acquisition model for them and a very good engagement tactic for us. Apple Music is actually, you're able to download it on Android. And majority of our users are actually Android users, right? So it was a very, it tells me that the engagement because of that targets being hit is actually high, right? And then towards the end of the 2021, early 2022, we actually launched what we call GigaLife of Surprises, which is actually personalized offers per user. So to activate something like this, it required some data in the back, right? Something that will segment your customers, something that will tell you that this customer is a usual buyer of 50 pesos, so you're going to give that person or that subscriber something more or something that they will actually like, something within the realms of what they're using. So that's how we did the technology of the don't miss out. And we call it don't miss out, and if you look at the app, it stands out, right? It's so different from the other buttons that we did, and that was intentional. So the next was buying, right? If you go back to our principles, we wanted them to buy their top-ups, right? Their airtime loads. And the one strategy that we did to design that was to make payments easy on the app. So we partnered with Maya, Pay Maya back then, and we were able to come up with a feature called GigaPay. If you link your Maya account or your credit debit cards, subscribing will be as easy as swipe. And I think, I don't want to claim, but I think we did it the best, and I think it's actually still the best of way of purchasing, right? And I've seen other local apps actually done the similar thing. And of course, we needed to tell people about it, albeit in a quirky way. And the last, but equally important, was retention, right? Having a reason for your users to stay on the app. So what we did was we rewarded them. You get rewarded for using the app again and again. And we will go back to our mantra of simple, right? 1 peso equals 1 point. And everything you do on the app gives you points, right? So that they keep going back and checking their points now. Not only checking their balance, not only checking their promos usage, but also now they're checking their points. Because they can redeem awesome rewards. So we've done on a month-to-month basis, giving away or not giving away, but letting them redeem different items like an Amazon Echo Dot, earphones, speakers, tablets, an iPhone for one time, and obviously permanent there is your Giga video promos, your Giga stories, and other favorite promos, right? And like before, we needed to tell our users about it through a catchy dance. I would dance here on stage, but I think she's done it better. So a little bit back, rewards means we're giving away stuff as well, right? In 2019, Smart launched GigaMania, but the GigaLife app was not born yet. So they pushed the people to join the raffle in the USSD. But imagine how hard it is to actually input your details via, we still got a lot of engagement from that, from the USSD platform, right? So of course, we had to do it again. In 2020, we launched GigaMania. So in 2021, we turned 1 year, September 2021. And we needed to celebrate that by giving away, again, some more. You know, people would go to the app and they would get 50% off on those Giga video promos. They would get 5 times more rewards and new redeemables. We would go all out on these prizes or things that you can purchase, right? And of course, we give away data. So if you're a prepaid subscriber, you get 1.9 gig data. If you're a postpaid subscriber, you actually get 9 gigs of data. So one last video. In 2021, we knew the success of the first GigaMania was high, so we did it again. For the third year in a row, 2021, we gave away a lot of prizes.
Ready na ba kayo sa inyo?
Persistent push. Keep telling you, GigaLife, download the GigaLife app, download the GigaLife. Did it work? I think it did, right? You saw GigaMania in November 2020. The 919 helped us grow. GigaMania 2 continued and sustained that growth. And then GigaPay launched us further, right, until the end of Feb 2023, right? And our scores were higher. They're telling us, our customers are telling us, hey, you know, you're doing something great. We launched it also on the Huawei store, 4.8. And the growth of payments, this is to me very, very significant because the design of the swipe to pay is actually working. You see, the one-time payment is the before the swipe to pay. The link cards or the GigaPay was after. It was 5 times bigger than our usual. And the growth of our rewards skyrocketed during these events, right? The percent of redemption was 15%, 15 times growth. So people would redeem on those days, right? So in summary, we created something. We started by the design of creating something simple, something easy, something convenient. We were really very intentional about each and every thing you do on the app. We followed it through with the framework that I just shared. Discover exclusive offers. Buy because it's easy to pay. Stay because you get rewarded. And because product and marketing work well together, we were able to keep promoting and promoting across the line all of our products that we've released. And that is a story of our engagement, right? How we engaged our subscribers through the GigaLife app. And I'd like to acknowledge the team, some of the teams here. Thank you for working on the GigaLife app. And my name is Noel Perlas. I'm product at Smart and GigaLife. Thank you very much.